Malik, we are a little more than a week into training camp for BYU football. You've done this a bunch of times.
Too many times.
Yeah, right. A lot of times. So, what's different about this team and this camp compared to the several previous camps you've been involved in?
For me, it's just more of a sense of urgency, because for one, it's my last one. For two, it's a different type of demand from the coaches, Like before, I wasn't going through the motions, but I've been there, done that same routine over and over, so it's like easier for me now. It's the time for me to adjust and to do a lot of things, more differently with a lot more urgency, with a lot more knowledge, and uh, but yeah, that's really about it. Still fall camp. Fall camp going to beat you up, but it's up here, to be honest.
How is your role changing in the new defense under a new defensive coordinator, Jay Hill?
I have to be more of a leader. Like I got to know not just my assignment, but I have to know everyone else's assignment. I got to be able to get on the board, write down what the ends are doing, the linebackers, the corners. I got to know all that. So it's not just, me doing my job, which makes me want to go through the motions. It's me now. I have to apply what I'm learning, in the film room to the field, and it's not just me now. It's everybody. So I think that's the biggest thing that's changed with my role.
Well, it's one challenge to just accept a new defense and have to understand the dynamics and everything that goes into that and the preparation, but you're also coming back from injury. And so, trying to get that twitch back and that fast pace back. How are you feeling in regard to the health and that twitchiness and how fast the game is?
Oh yeah, I feel good. I mean, I'm a fast guy too, so
Yes, you
it ain't too it ain't too fast for me. But yeah, regarding the injury, I was still able to run and everything too back then. It was just more so me not wanting to play with a cast on and come back and actually play injury free. So not a change. I still got my legs. I'm still running around, flying around, trying to make the Big 12 shake. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, and again, you bring up the Big 12, and I'm glad you say that because when the injuries happen, obviously you're devastated. Like
Sure.
you want to get back and play immediately, but then you go big picture, and now because you stuck around, you do get a crack at the Big 12. So, how has that motivated you specifically this offseason?
Oh, it's like it just makes me want to just go harder, because not saying I'm still fighting to get to the NFL, that's always the goal. But now it's like, okay, now we get to chase that ring and we get to chase, you know, all these other P5 teams that everyone talks about and everyone, worships and stuff. But now it's our time to really come in and show you, like, all right, these guys not, I shouldn't say that on camera, but like, you know, we got to put our best foot forward, and that's what we going to do, period, point blank. You feel me?
I get it. Jay Hill has made a huge impact on not just the players, but the staff, the whole feeling, the vibe of the defensive side of the ball. But for you specifically, how has he changed you as a player in the 8 months that he's been involved with BYU football?
I'm just more knowledgeable. Like he just, like I said before, he just demands, a lot more things in the film room. Like it's not just your assignment. You got to know football. If you don't know football, you can't play in the game. So now I'm just adjusting to me and learning, more football so that the game can slow down a lot more. And then it's an easier transition for me when I am going into the NFL. So I think with Jay Hill, that's the biggest thing is you just can't go out there and be athletic. You got to go out there and be athletic, be smart, and to be able to apply it on every single down. So I think that's the biggest.
When you look at the other safeties in the room, and obviously there's just innately a competition during training camp as you ramp up for the season. You're pushing each other to get better. So at what point do you transition as, okay, now we're a team and we're a group compared to, "Oh, I'm kind of competing against you"? Like when does that happen?
I don't think it ever changes really for me, because for me, I'm just acting as if I'm still at the bottom, even though as of right now with the ones, I gotta play as if it's my last rep of the practice, or I'm a 4 or 5 or 3. That's the mindset that I have, and I got to keep having, because at the end of the day, he's a new coach. I still got to do my job and to show him that I can play and give him trust. He's not gonna just trust me because I was a starter last year. He's not. I have to build that trust with him. So I think with me, I'm just always competing throughout the whole season, because you can lose your job no matter what, whenever. So I can't go out there thinking, oh, I just got it. I got to keep going, keep pushing.
Well, you're a guy that obviously can self-motivate. You keep a chip on your shoulder to help you kind of work harder and push harder. And maybe you don't care about this, but because BYU was picked to finish 11th out of 14 teams in the Big 12, how do you view that from the preseason prognostications?
They hating. But BYU always an underdog. Like, that's just how it's been every year. We always get picked to lose, no matter how high ranked we are or whatever it is. Like, that's just it. So I think for me, I'm used to it. I don't really even look at it no more. I'm like, yeah, same old, same old. And then we go out and play, and then we finish 11th or 20th or whatever it is, and it's like, oh, they were good. And it's like, all right, keep that over there. Y'all was just hating. So we're going to keep it. We're just going to keep it pushing. Like, whatever they say, they can say. That's just opinions. And the only opinion that Deion said it best, the only opinion that matters is yours. So I ain't got to worry about what they thinking. So
Malik, I'm getting some serious mature vibes from you, brother. like mature vibes, okay? Okay.
I've been here for a minute, huh?
I like this. But, you know, back in I'm not going to call them immature days, but younger years, you made a play for Wingstop. And it happened, right? So what can I do for you this year? Like, is there a restaurant that we need to hook up with? Is there food you're craving right now? Maybe it's just the BYU Creamery and the Cougar Tail Donuts. I don't know, man. What do you want?
What I want? That's a good question. I mean, I said Five Guys in the interview too. So I mean, if y'all trying to throw that bag of fries at me, come on. It don't matter. So that's really
shoot your shot, right?
Hey, shoot or shoot. Yeah, you miss every shot you don't shoot.
Malik, we appreciate the insight and the information, my friend.
Of course.
Great to talk to you as always.
Smelling like no maple.
All right, sorry. No more smelling like maple. Apparently, I smell like maple in this interview. Go eat, man.
I'm hungry. We gone.